Welcome back, everybody. My name is Tank. Today we're talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano. I'll be giving you my thoughts about where we are in the market as well as where I think we might be going in the short to near future. Before I jump into the charts, let me first remind you guys I am making these videos from the mining farm location. So if you guys hear any background noise, such as fans or GPUs, I'm like standing right next to about 20 GPUs that are all spinning off right now. So again, if you guys hear that, I do apologize. If you don't, just disregard the apology. Let's move on. But if you do, again, I apologize wholeheartedly. Also, I would like to remind you guys that I do have a giveaway happening on this channel where I will be giving away a free 50-inch flat screen TV to one lucky subscriber of this channel once we hit 1,000 subs. So if you guys like what you just heard, hit that like button, but don't forget to sub to the channel because you could win an absolutely free 50-inch flat screen TV just for being supportive. Now, with all of that out of the way, let's jump on into Bitcoin's 4-hour time frame to see what we're dealing with. Right now, we're looking at $46,830 for Bitcoin's price. Now, we are dealing with some sell pressure. We've gone over this earlier today, and I will still stick with what I'm saying. To me, this looks good. I know a lot of people are like, what are you talking about, Tank? But let me explain to you guys why I think that. Guys, we just came up to a very key level of resistance, which is $50,542 currently for Bitcoin. That's a big level of resistance on the charts, guys. It was a big level of resistance when we ran up to it last time, and it is still a big level of resistance now. We also are dealing with the end of the month options closing tomorrow. Any single time that we have the end of the month options closing, that's going to bring volatility. So combine the two, and you should have been expecting a lot of volatility to the downside on the charts, guys. It's just simple. If you guys have not been doing your homework, or if you guys have not been in the space for very long, you guys should know that when options close at the end of the month, we usually see some volatility in on the charts. And then also when you top that off with a big level of resistance, which is $50,000, that's going to be another level of volatility to add to the cake, guys. Let me zoom back out a little bit and show you guys the last time we got up to this $50,000 price point for Bitcoin. We took about like 8 days, guys. Let me see here. We're a little bit below it right now, but I'm going to measure it out anyway. When we got up to about $50,000, we went up and down a few times over about 8 days. Or 7 days, seven and odd days or so. It took us before we actually punched through and captured $50,000. So again, guys, if we're doing it for the first time just a few days ago, what makes you think that we're going to capture it lickety split like? Guys, if patterns don't repeat themselves but rhyme, we're probably going to rhyme very closely to what we did last time we got up to $50,000. So all in all, guys, right now, I wouldn't go freaking out just yet saying like this is the doom and gloom moment and to push all your shorts into the market. I really don't think that that's the case. I think with the key level of resistance, which is $51,000 on Bitcoin's price, we were ultimately going to be doing that anyway. We were going to be going sideways and testing that 50K level of resistance for the next couple of days, in my opinion. And then on top of that, we have options closing tomorrow. It's the monthly close, guys. It's going to bring some bearish needs along with that. So we have to just get through these motions. We have to do the same old, dance that we always do. I know I keep using that analogy, but it really is. It's just the same old cha-cha and the same old twist that we've been doing each and every month. We just got to get through it. And if we can get through it and actually hold above $46,000, I think there's a really good case for a bullish scenario leading into Sunday's options opening up, guys. There's a lot. Go ahead and go do your research, guys. There's a lot of calls and puts out there right now. But right now, if we can stay above it, we are going to be looking extremely bullish. It's more in the bulls' favor than the bears, guys. Go ahead and do your research. I don't have too much time to get into it. But with that being said, guys, let's actually take a look at the key levels of support if this is the moment. We would have to break through $44,000, which is this first red line, if it is the dump it moment, guys. And then on top of that, we'd have to break through 37,000 or 30, well, about 37.8, maybe give or take a couple $100 for the next key level of support on Bitcoin's charts. And then if we just dump and just say this is it, we'd have to get through a thick layer of support, which is right around that $31,000 to $29,000 price point for Bitcoin for this to all be over, guys. There is always that possibility. I'm not saying that there's not. I'm realistic, guys. I know that in crypto, there's only 3 things that we're ever going to do. We're either going to dump, we're going to go sideways, or we're going to pump, right? That's it. That's it. Even as we go sideways, there's the ping pong of dumpiness and pumpiness throughout that. You have to be ready for all 3 scenarios at all times. Napoleon Dynamite. I know I said that joke last time, but I'm going to use it again because I thought it was funny. But seriously, guys, right now, I do think that this is just healthy consolidation. This is the same old dance that we've gone through. And until I'm proven otherwise, I'm not going to get shook out of my positions, guys. I'm not. We've did this before pumping to the upside. We came down, I think it was like 12.5% or so over like, what was it, 5 days previously. I'm cutting this short, but I think it literally was, if I get all the way into it, I think it was about 12.5% for this recent drawdown here. And then we had about an 8.2% drawdown here, which also took about 4 days. If I take my measuring tool out right now from the high down to the low, and this isn't completely accurate, but it's 3 days, 12 hours so far, and we're not even into the double-digit percent drawdown range yet. Don't go freaking out just yet, guys. We look like we've gone through this. Act like you've been there. Not financial advice, but just giving you guys some perspective. Now, if we do dump it, be ready. But if we just go sideways, check your emotions. It's okay. It's okay. Let's move on over to ETH, guys, because I really don't think there's a need to go through the time frames right now. I just want to give some perspective to what's currently going on. With Ethereum, guys, I told you guys, watch the upper support line on this descending triangle pattern and watch for it to hold up on Ethereum's charts, guys. So far, it's held up quite well over the past few hours. I do suspect that it will hold up in the short to near future. If I'm looking at Ethereum and being completely honest with you guys, it looks primed and ready to pop. It's been long overdue. We've been consolidating in this channel. If you guys want to call it a rising channel, you can. But we've just been ping-ponging off support and resistance for some time, consolidating. And I really do think Ethereum's just ready to pop soon. We could come down to this key level of support on this channel and come all the way down to $3,000. That's fine. We've done it before. Check yourself before you wreck yourself, people. But I do think that there's a high probability in the short to near future for Ethereum to still see all-time highs. I really do. There's a less and less ETH on exchanges. I'm going to keep saying this so people understand that. You can do your own homework. There is more and more ETH being staked for ETH 2.0 in preparation of that. There's also more and more ETH being burnt each and every transaction than there is ETH getting put back into the supply, circulating supply. Do your homework about that. Right now, that's the truth, which would mean supply shock, which would mean with scarcity comes increased value on said asset. You guys can get shook out all you want, but there's a big bag of ETH that I'm definitely not selling. Definitely not selling. It's my long-term hold. I definitely do believe, regardless of all the FUD, of all the narrative, regardless if this bull run is over, I'm not selling. Because I do think the potential for ETH, even if it is over, to see higher price points is very, very high. With that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at ADA. ADA, I'm just going to show you guys the Fibonacci retracement tool. I just pulled it from the high to the low of when we started this pump. And as you guys can see right now, we're right below that first Fibonacci 0.786 line. We could come down. So I don't think we will, but we could come down to the next Fibonacci line, that 618. I think, in my personal opinion, that will stop somewhere in between the two, right around here, that 236 to 240 range, before finding a very, very strong bounce. I think that'll take us a couple of days to actually get down to, even though we're seeing some paper hands right now and people selling off, even with the bullish news of smart contracts being released in, less than 2 weeks. People are, doing what they need to do. They're selling off, but I really do think that this is going to turn around and we will start seeing higher price points here shortly, especially for ADA. Especially for ADA, guys. I honestly really do believe that. I think that would lead into options opening back up. Bada bing, bada boom. We'll start seeing higher price points. We'll make another run up to $2.90, maybe $3 even. It's too bullish. It's way too bullish for me to be bearish, guys. I'll take my chances. I will ladder in, not full positions, but I will buy smaller positions. If you give me the opportunity to buy your ADA, I'll do it. Just like I'll do it for ETH, just like I'll do it for Bitcoin. I'm a firm believer of what's going on for these tokens. Now, I do understand that this is crypto and there's a lot of things affecting the price for each one of these assets. I understand it, but I'm willing to risk it for the biscuit. I'm spot trading, so I can hold it for as long as I need, and I practice proper risk management, so I'm never overextended. I suggest you guys get in similar positions. Right now, it's kind of sketchy to get into any kind of leverage trading unless you think you know better. Great. But until we show some signs of the reversal, which we're getting there, look at this 4 hour on Insight, guys. Look at this anchor that's getting down there. We're almost there to that 60, guys. It's exhausting itself. If we wanted to dump earlier, we would have dumped, in my opinion, at least here in the Western hemisphere. Who knows what Asia is going to do? But if we wanted to dump, we could have dumped already. We should have dumped already. The momentum was there. Why didn't we? Is this just normal consolidation and preparation of options closing for the end of the month, as well as resistance being met for Bitcoin? It could possibly be. Then again, it could also be your guys' moment spares. But I'm just saying, think about it. Really think about the last couple of times you guys tried to get in positions. A lot of you guys lost a lot of money. Don't try to front run the market, guys, like I always say. Be reactive. Don't try to guess what it's going to do or will it in any kind of direction, because the market don't care what you want. It's going to do what it wants to do. Your job is to watch what it does and then react to that. With that being said, guys, I hope you guys this afternoon is doing well. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel. You could win an absolutely free 50-inch TV. I'm not joking about that, guys. If you have a shippable address, I'll ship it to you when we hit 1,000 subs. Tell your auntie, tell your uncle, tell your brother, tell your mother. I don't care who you need to tell. If you guys are in the same household and you guys all get your subs in there, obviously you guys have a higher chances of winning. Do what you need to do, boo. Also, like I said, stay in profits. Protect yourself. Never overextend. And as always, be blessed. Peace.